What is up, my Sodiumites? I am Salty Top Deck, back for you with another Tier 2 homebrew. This one is two colors, red, white, and the deck is called the Terrible Twos. I'm going to show you why it's called that in just a second. So it's an aggro deck with four sets of two drops. So, or specific two drops that we base the deck off of, calling it the Terrible Twos. So, first up, we got Veteran Motorist. Red white cost. It's a 3/1. Can't see there because of the glare. There we go. It's 3/1. There are no vehicles in the deck, but we use it to scry, which is very good for this deck. Being able to filter through and get the things you need faster. You don't super see that in aggro decks a lot, so that is very helpful. So the next one here is Captain Evasive, Flying Menace. I feel like that's I don't know, it's a little redundant, but I mean, it's good. Flying and menace, so they're going to have a really hard time blocking this guy. He's a 2/2, so that's decent for what he is. I mean, for 2 mana, a 2/2 with Flying Menace. Also goes great with this guy here, Honored Crop Captain, who gives, there we go. This one's foil, so it has a reason, I guess, to be hard to see. So it's a 3/2 with whenever Honored Crop Captain attacks, other attacking creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn. So just with these two, this guy and this guy, what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage with just those. So it's 10 if you attack with, well, you have to attack with this one. So 10 damage with just those 3 swinging, which is pretty sweet. We got another one over here. This is the fourth of the Terrible Twos. Gustwalker. He's a 2/2 that when he attacks, and if you exert him, he gets +1 and gains flying, so there's more evasiveness for you. Speaking of, got somebody who's not out of that realm there. You guys know this guy, Crop Cat. I can't even speak. On Crop Crasher. There we go. He's got haste, and you can exert him to make creatures unable to block, which, you know, you kind of want some of these guys to get through. This guy, I mean, if you really need that guy to get through. So, anyway, he's a 3/2 over here. Back to this guy. He's a 3/2. Decent power. So, yeah, he's not a stranger. You guys know him. Sun Scourge Champion. Now, this guy's pretty good against the red decks because he's kind of thick in the bum department. So, and also he heals you 2 power when you play him the first time, and then 4 when he is eternalized, which is not that bad of a cost for eternalize, especially with this deck. We run 23 lands. We could probably cut like down to 21 with the way it is, but I don't know. It's very finicky. I keep it at 23. If you want to, I mean, go by all means. If you're a home brewer, you want to take this deck and do what you want with it. Do it up. I don't care. It's your these are just ideas. This is homebrew, so do what you want with it. We have Puncture Blow, which I think is a little underrated. So Puncture Blow deals 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So that kills Glorybringer, and he's gone. It gets rid of Scarab God, he's gone. Gets rid of Phoenix, he's gone. Forever. They don't come back. Bye-bye. See you. Woo-woo. No one cares about you and your returning like a phoenix. So we got Magma Spray also does the same thing for smaller creatures. Gets rid of them. They're gone. We also got Shock to deal with little creatures, or if you really need that extra damage, get in there over the top. Bam, bam. Shock's good. Draw off the top for the win. Lightning Strike, same thing. It's a nice little removal thing. We only run 2. Sorry, I actually didn't specify. We run 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those, and 2 of these. So that's a little burn package. Oh, what's this? Banefire? It's not out yet. It's coming out soon, though. So we're testing with it, and it's actually pretty good. It's a very good finisher if you can't get in with your dudes. I mean, I have no idea how you won't be able to get in with all that flying and menace and unable to block. But if you can't get in, this will definitely be for the win. Over here we got Whatley. Now, the thing with Whatley, I've tested in other decks, and it is very good in those decks. This deck, it's only one. This deck, I've yet to cast it. Oh no, I have cast it once. Never mind, I have cast it once, and I made a bunch of dinosaurs and won the game. So there's that. This dinosaur token right here, actually. Bam! So make a bunch of dinos, beat your opponent to death. Also, you can instantly ultimate it, so you can destroy a bunch of their creatures, get them out of the way, combine that with Shock, Lightning Strike, and Magma Spray, Puncture Blow, whatever. Well, I guess you're not going to play Whatley and Puncture Blow in the same turn, but if you're at that point, then you probably should have already won. 9 mana. And also being able to heal off some damage is not bad at all. So the last card in the main board, with exception of lands, Trial of Solidarity, gives your Exert guys something to think about with Vigilance, and then +2, so that's pretty good. Down here, we just run 2 of those, sorry. 2, 2, 2 for all 3 of those last ones. These are all supposed to be Inspiring Bandages, but I only own 1, so the rest of them are Stone Quarries. So, 4 of those, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mountains and 5 plains, and we run 4 sun-scorched desert, not scoured desert. But all right, we're gonna go take a look at the sideboard real quick. Here's a look at the whole deck. You can't really see everything, I guess, but here's a look. All right, into the board for the terrible 2s. We have another 2-drop. Starting off with a 2-drop. Leave to Chance. So Leave to Chance is very good against the control deck because you're able to play this and bring up all your guys from Fumigate or Settle a Wreckage, which makes them a little sad. I mean, they can counter if they have the counter spell. They have the counter spell, and then later on, if you want, you can fill your hand back up, which is pretty sweet to do. But mostly used for leave. Put the opponent at a disadvantage, so you can recast all your guys and smash into them. 2 Gideon's Approach, just for the aggro decks to kind of keep you ahead. This guy is also very good against control decks because he's hard to kill. If they don't have something that exiles them or gives them a minus counter, you can smash in all day and they can't do anything about it. So we got 4 of him in the sideboard. He's also a 2-drop for terrible 2s. Flame of Keld, just to get some extra card advantage against the red decks, or just aggro decks in general, faster decks, and give you that little bit of edge if you can get there with that. So, and then we run a 3rd Puncture Blow and a Magma Spray. You can take out Whatley for the Puncture Blow or something like that, and Magma Spray obviously is good in there over our Shock if you need it. And then we run 3 copies of a Braid, which, Braid's good. So yeah, that is terrible 2s. Let's go take a look one more time. We have 4 Veteran Motorist, 4 Sky Terror, 4 Honored Crop Captain, 4 Gustwalker, 4 On-Crop Crasher, said it right finally, 2 Sunscourge Champion, 2 Puncture Blow, 3 Magma Spray, 4 Shock, 2 Lightning Strike, 2 Banefire, 2 Whatley War Poet, 2 Trial of Solidarity, 4 Inspiring Vantage, 4 Clifftop Retreat, 6 mountains, 5 plains, and 4 sun-scorched desert. That is the